Hello. The stream is starting quite a bit later than usual today. That is because I had some academic responsibilities to take care of. If you would like to watch the first part of the first half of this session, I think Stogiera is streaming as well. So you can go check out his perspective. Anyway, let's get started. Everyone is in the train right now. I'm kind of hoping that they're not opening train doors, but at the same time, if they're not, that means they're actively in a scene right now. And I don't want to interrupt that.
Test, test, test.
Mm.
And the other one's like a ring that's like a arrow that's wrapped around someone's finger.
Are they in the front? Nope, they're in the train.
Hi, how are you? I'm doing good. How are you?
Okay.
I'm seeing that. Like, I'm seeing it like below
sorry, my
where
mistake.
you're standing.
So what do you think I should grab?
I'm not sure what you should grab, but you should decide quickly. There's something down there.
Okay, gripping the ring, putting it in my inventory, gulping it down, my pinata throat.
You have.
And I'm not gonna be greedy.
Sorry.
We're gonna have to break it.
No,
He just wants us to break him open for the ring. He wants to be full of goodies.
So yo, what's good? Welcome to this shit.
It's his natural urge to be stuffed with goodies.
Opening
And
doors
that,
again.
Much like Sky said, the moment you
Why are we
grab
opening
which one was
doors
it, sorry?
again?
The ring.
The ring.
The ring.
That's like
Resources.
Arrow,
I guess
brass
they
ring.
decided to do it. I
the
just got
moment
here.
you grab it,
We're just
and
trying to find the
the other
resources
two
is all.
just sort of vanish, and there is nothing for a minute before you swear everyone that has stood in the door can hear flapping of some kind. A lot of it.
Oh,
Kind of
okay.
echoes.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. After I hear the flapping, will you allow me to sacrifice some of my candy, some of my HP, to act as like as a distraction?
You don't know what you're distracting. What are you doing?
I'm just going to scatter it on the ground. You know, where I am standing right now. So hopefully, here's my intent: is to leave like candy on the ground, and then as I try to cross back through the bridge, hopefully they'll go after the candy as opposed to trying to get my sweet succulent flesh that's still in my body.
You didn't need to word it like that, though, did you? Anyway, sure.
La bomb. La bomb.
I don't want to be here anymore.
As you
I
get maybe
wanna
a quarter of the
go.
way back, and you get about a quarter of the way back, there is just this eruption of humanoid creatures. They're quite tall, lanky, filled with fur, long faces, almost wolf-like, with these enormous bat-like wings. And they all start crawling up from the
Yes,
gorge. A few
Batman.
start flying up. There are tens and tens. There's nearly 100 of these things that start to climb out of the gorge. A few of them are distracted by your sweet, succulent flesh left on the ground. However, a few of them are very much
wanna
taking
leave.
notice of you while you're on the bridge. As particular, there is one that swipes by you on the bridge, causing you to stumble slightly as the whole bridge starts to sway constantly from the amount of movement in the air. So, a few take notice of you, but they are reluctant to get closer.
If any
Okay,
of
so
them
is
get near the
this,
base of the bridge and just...
Okay, so is like this creature still attacking me? Is it like within punching distance, or did they just like swoop on by and they just like?
It's sort of
leave?
like they swoop by, wait for a bit, and we'll swoop by again. Let me do a quick another roll for you. That's a 5. You get sideswiped by one of these things and go over the edge
I was gonna say, can I
again.
assist him by doing a perception check and warning him if I see it coming or not?
Even then, I don't know how much benefit that would be to a 5. I'll roll it
Yeah.
if it makes it any better.
Even if I
1,
see it, he
no.
doesn't duck fast enough, yeah.
Yeah. You just get smacked by this thing and go flipping over the edge. Initially, the only thing catching you is your tail and like one hand, as you're just on the bridge now.
Okay, so at this point, I think my best choice of action is like try and get back up onto the bridge.
Sure, you start to climb back up. At which point, one of the creatures starts getting a little too close to you.
Are they
Okay,
on the
well,
side
at
where
that
the
point,
door
if
is,
he's-
or on the other side of the gorge?
No, they're in the side as like, well, he's on the inside of the gorge. He's still
Oh,
crossing
okay.
the bridge.
Okay, dumb question. If
Can
it
I
gets
rush?
close. If it gets close, can I try and grapple it?
Sure.
Why are
anyway,
you doing this on the bridge?
I was gonna say, can I go in there and act like an arrow denial system, like,
We'll go with this roll first,
Try to
and then
help
you can go in there
Okay.
and start and try and take a few out. With a nat 20, I guess you grab one by the leg.
Oh my
You're
fucking
now holding on
gosh.
to one. You're now holding on to bridge with hand and tail, and like its leg in the other arm. What do you
But
do
man, you
now? I guess you go in there. So
We need anti-air in here. There's
"Oh,
lots of
this
rat.
works."
Okay, I'm gonna
There's
say
someone
with a
watching this.
19, you take out a good few of them, or at the very least they start to back away. However, I'm gonna do a separate roll to see if you hit the one that he's clinging onto.
Oh, lovely.
Yes!
What do you mean?
You
Mention.
hit the one that he's clinging onto. You now drop and are dangling below the bridge because it dies. You're now just under this rickety bridge, which is starting to creak a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and with his aim being a 3, I'm pretty sure he'd hit me too in the crossfire. Because I'm standing pretty close to the base of the bridge that he's trying to defend as well.
No, it's specifically just to see if it fucks him or not. You just kind of like slightly.
Yeah. I guess I'm grounded.
Okay, now they have an opening.
You're just
Can I
you're
struggle?
just dangling.
Okay, so there's no way that I can like try and grab it.
You start
there?
climbing your way back up, but this bridge is starting to feel a bit unstable.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure multiple planks would have broken by now as well, with that bridge flipping over multiple times.
Where is the other
Okay.
bridge? Is it like in the middle?
About halfway, yeah. About halfway. This thing is not looking very stable, by the way.
Okay, look, I'll see if I can try to get back up. Don't get yourself killed over me.
Said the
You're the
man
one in
grabbing the
danger.
bird.
I know, but you don't need to kill yourself over me.
Maybe we should have
So, am I completely helpless, or is there like a chance I could try?
You're
and get
now
back
like
up?
you're like clinging to the rope of the bridge. There's not a lot to stand on anymore, so you're kind of like clinging onto the bits of rope that's way.
I'm gonna go over to the rope and hold on to it so it doesn't collapse and fall into the gorge.
Sure.
Okay.
Anyway,
How strong is your grip?
Slide your weight on the rope.
He's strong. He's strong.
No, him.
Yeah.
How strong is his grip?
Him.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent question. However, he has tied his
About
tail
average.
to part of it. It's the only reason he didn't plummet to his death.
Yes.
No, my question is, could he shoot the other side of the bridge, just have him drop and just pull him up
Yes.
at that point?
I could.
I do an
Yes.
impact
All the
roll.
time.
I do an impact roll of him then hitting the side of the gorge, but yes.
That's fine. I'm gonna
Yes.
D8. Let's do this.
Warning. If he's not holding on tightly with his hands, that tail is it's just gonna wee off the bottom
Yeah.
of the rope.
Well, there's loops that keep it to the bottom of the bridge, though, so as long as
the
one of the
upper
loops
one.
catches it.
Considering he doesn't
The-
sever
the-
it, he's a shot.
Well, the side of a bridge is generally tied to the bottom, too, or the rope would just go flying all over the place.
If the roll
Let's
goes
see
back,
how it goes.
A treaty was violated. A lot of casualties.
so you're shooting the other side, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on for dear life, I suppose.
Well, the good news is shot goes off really well and the bridge starts to collapse. The bad news is, with a 4,
Ooh.
you lose your grip entirely, and as your tail is hitting, like the dividers in between, they're just snapping as you're going down. So we're gonna do a separate roll, see if you can catch yourself.
Okay.
Oh boy.
This is why we don't go through
You are
the
now at the
doors.
bottom of this rope, just hanging on for dear life. Your tail hurts, your hands hurt.
Alright, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm coming in to start help pulling.
And Sky, I'm gonna have you do
Alright, good
50
shooting
defense
there!
rolls against a few of these creatures.
The strong man and the boatman pulling the rope. Pull with
Relatively high rolls bar 1. So I'm gonna say that at one point one of the creatures grabs your shield and you skid too close to the edge before you set off. And eventually,
So how close are we
with one
talking?
final-
Like toes on the edge, or am I going over the edge here?
No, like toes poking over the edge, like it nearly brings you to toppling over.
How long is this bridge?
It's a long bridge, and eventually, with one final yank, he just
Okay, here we go. Grab.
everybody out.
I'm gonna grab you. We're just gonna run towards the fucking door. Oh, we're in the door. Oh, well, look at that. Congratulations.
We made
That's
it.
fine.
Fucking what?
I gotta say, that's some pretty
No,
slick
I don't
shooting there,
think we should
Angel.
go- Nate, I don't think we should go through any doors anymore. After that.
What was all of that even for?
Here, let me show you.
What was
Well,
that
I
for?
mean, hold on. He's gotta reach into his mouth, just like fish around a bit. Then he's gotta pull out this
Sweet
little
sucking
tiny
dick.
ring.
All
Oh,
that
no,
for a fucking
it's a ring. Yeah.
Does it have any symbols on it, or is it just a fucking ring?
It has a hum of energy to it. It does something.
Let me have a look at it, boy.
It's got an inch to it. I can feel it.
This requires attunement before you can figure out what it does.
Let me see it.
Attunement, huh?
Excuse you.
Very cool.
I think we should just move on ahead.
Should have straight up put it on.
Motherfucker!
Mood.
I would've put it on you, bitch!
For a fucking ring.
Like it fits on your finger if it's their size.
You don't know that!
As you put it on,
It's a
there's
ring, not a
bit of an energy
bracelet.
to it, but you don't feel any different.
I swear to God, if this is another gravity ring, I'm going to be pissed.
Well, it looks
Can you
like an
take it off?
arrow. It's probably +1 range.
Can you take it off?
You're just gonna try to take it off?
Well, that's a good sign, at least.
Well, that's good.
Right back on.
Okay. Anyone else for anyone else? Also,
Hey.
they're not always that
I
dangerous.
think we're
There have
done
been
it.
stupid doors before too.
No, there has been. I think we should just move on ahead. I don't think we should open any more doors.
That area's all been scavenged. There isn't much beyond the
I mean, we
side.
could
The only
try
thing we got are these doors.
Have we tried
Unless you want to do something more
area,
dangerous.
the library, where people come from?
Hmm?
Yeah, it's pretty well guarded at the moment.
Huh?
Well, you said you had an idea? Or did I just mishear you?
No.
No, unless you want
Oh.
something more dangerous, is what they said.
Oh.
More dangerous?
But I can go past the...
I mean,
To be
there
fair,
are
we've had
let's go
worse
up.
than the bridge.
But we can't go down there.
I know there's doors down the stairs on the other side. That area's dangerous.
It's been basically no different.
Is there anywhere, like, how should I say, new areas we can go to? That doesn't involve entering the sewers?
Not really. Well, at least not today. You'd need to plan an expedition for that.
It's like a full-on expedition.
Isn't there
carrying
another
out another-
corridor with doors like this on the other side as well?
Yeah, they wouldn't function any different.
I
Big change of
suppose.
scenery, I guess.
Give or take.
Anyone else?
I need a breather for a moment. I almost went over the edge.
I believe this one
You
is
okay?
open.
Yeah, I'm alright.
No,
Just a bit shook.
People can open the same door, and it'll lead to new places if it's been closed. So you could.
Might as we test and see what the ring does later if you're fine. I can have it wrote down.
I've been a lot closer to death before than that, but it's, you know, it was a bit of a surprise. I didn't expect to get dragged along like that.
Yeah, you had that sinking pain in your stomach, didn't you?
Yeah.
Already here, and
I should have brought the rope with me, honestly.
So I say we give it one more.
Fucking that way.
Well, I'm not into
Nice.
bondage.
For air denial. Shit.
What?
Give it a shot.
Right.
Well,
If everyone
got a
does
boss
What?
whiskey, so...
That's what you use rope for, right?
No,
Okay,
you
okay,
use
okay.
rope for climbing and like tying it to people and pulling them up or lowering them down.
Oh.
Who the fuck taught you that?
I read it in a book.
Yeah, so this Titan ring
No,
didn't
fair.
opens the door. A heart-stopping moment of
I think
fear.
it's
There's a
called
kitchen on
the-
the other side.
There's a what?
Karma Sutra.
It's just a very clean, very normal-looking modern kitchen.
I'm going in.
I bet it's a mimic.
I'll check it out real quick.
Well,
I'll go with
hold on. Let me try first. Remember what happened with the room you found a while back? That looked completely normal to us too.
Yeah.
There's Titan.
You and
Does
Amelia
I
were
want a
completely
sandwich.
losing it in there.
What are you, a hungry git?
You
You
can't
can just wait till
breathe.
you get back, you fucker.
Yeah, well, exactly. Which is why it's probably safer for him than for you.
Alright.
Jingling keys for a minute. As Titan's going around inside, I'm gonna do a quick roll for him. You'll like go up to a fridge and you'll open it up, and you are now covered from the waist down in marmalade, as it just out of the fridge.
Of all things that could have been in there.
You okay
Hey,
now?
Ozzy, how many bottles you got?
Mine, move out of the way.
At least it's not strawberry jam.
Yeah,
At least
we need
it's not
something for
strawberry
breakfast.
jam. This is-
Mother-
Yeah,
Yeah, that would have
You
probably
can-
been easier to clean.
You
Just
can
gonna
hear
take-
Titan going out of the gym.
He's just gonna-
Why
he's
is
just
it
gonna-
always just sauces and condiments?
How good is it?
Marmalade.
Oh,
Just
Well, what would you
regular
rather have
marmalade.
happen then?
Quality marmalade.
they don't know.
Bottling the marmalade.
I'm gonna
Better
try
that than
Skittles.
that's something acidic.
I don't want
Honestly,
Skittles.
a
Bottling the
door full of
marmalade.
crystals. I would like a door full of crystals.
You know what?
Or
Fair.
Skittles, they're just as colorful.
I'd like a, I'd like a door full of something nice and soft, like a pillow.
As you're checking one of the cabinets, Titan, there's just a brown bag which has splotches of red on it.
Okay, that's obviously someone's lunch. Leave it there. Do not touch it. Do not even look at it.
Sorry, say again, sorry? Couldn't hear you.
I'm gonna just grab it, peek in, just kind of cautiously, like, what the hell is this?
Meat. It is
mystery meat.
unclear what it is meat. If you want to open the bag further, you can do an investigation check to know what it is.
I'll do an investigation check. I'll open it a bit more.
It's
You got
human,
Ozzy
isn't
in
it?
here in case he begs your help now, though.
Human fingers. Human fingers.
You quickly pick in the bag again as you see a hand and a foot.
Yep.
Oh, it's people meat.
So hot dog parts.
I'm just gonna put it back in the cabinet
Okay.
and slam the
Oh,
cabinet
okay.
and be like,
No, no. I love hot
I don't
dogs.
feel we
Don't
should be
do
eating
that.
anything from here.
The fuck was that?
What was
I
it?
already bought like a few of this.
Severed body limbs from humanoids.
Oh.
You in Jeffrey Dahmer's kitchen?
That is
Hello?
insane.
Where's Jeffrey Dahmer?
Okay, get out of
You
there.
know-
You're in a cannibal kitchen. Get out now. I know you're made of metal, but still, get out.
And
don't-
with that, I'm going to do a will roll from both of you.
Oh boy.
You both start to feel quite hungry.
Oh no.
What's the sensation?
What's it feel like?
Okay.
See any bread or anything around here?
Oh,
As you're searching through the cupboards, I'll do another roll.
I think you're hungry. Do you want some
Argument.
strawberries?
You find a jar of dried meat. Like little jerky strips.
Is it actually dried meat jerky? Can I
You don't
discern
know? It's just
what it is?
It's dried meat. Let me do a roll for you. Hang on. With a 2.
Considering what else was in the kitchen.
It's just jerky. It's just jerky, and you're kind of hungry.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on a limb and say that's not normal jerky, though.
It could be,
dried
you don't
meat,
know.
but what kind of meat? Considering what else was in the
anything.
kitchen.
Yep.
It could be.
Did you find anything
Is
else?
this like thick pieces or like little
Some
thin
jerky.
strips?
Thin strips.
Oh no.
You both
Most jerky's made with thin strips.
start to feel more hungry as you're in the room.
Apologies, I've gotta go back to my house. I gotta go do stuff.
That's
I
alright.
take
Okay.
This is more just funny at this point.
Yeah, you start
This is
to,
why we
you
don't
start
open
to slight
doors.
pang in your stomach.
And Ozzy will
Will
take
roll
out a bit of the
Kelly?
jerky.
And as Kelly enters the room, she looks around, she sees the marmalade. Yeah, you could go for it to eat. It's fine to
Just
feel
gonna
like it.
take out a bit of jerky, scoop it up with some marmalade.
Ozzy, what the fuck?
Tastes like
You don't even know
jerky
what that
covered in
is.
marmalade.
Okay.
It's
I
beef
think-
Yeah,
jerky,
they got a
what you
good
want?
combo.
And you
Tasty
also
jerky.
partake. Okay, you eat some jerky with marmalade.
No.
I'm just gonna try to. I'm gonna just try to grab him by that hand, like just wave his fingers so I can't grab his wrist, and just the back of your shirt and try to
Same
drag
right,
him.
Philip.
Yes.
You grab Ozzy by the hand, and rather than dragging him out, you find yourself just kind of staring at his hand. And that feeling doesn't really go away.
Should I try to let go and just leave the room as fast as
It's like you let go, and as you kind of turn around, you kind of stop halfway, like, but I'm hungry, and you just turn around and stop again. Your will rolls aren't going very well.
I take the jerky I have, I'm enjoying it, I go to leave.
You could. You start to walk towards the door, and then like you look down, you realize you finished the jar, and you're like, well, I can't leave with nothing.
We're rolling like shit. Alright, I'm checking the.
For Kelly, you actually managed to break out of this with a 15, and you realize that the longer in this room, the hungrier you are getting.
Is there a funny smell?
Define funny smell. If you're thinking like the one
What?
from before, no.
No.
W-
It
But
wouldn't be affecting Titan otherwise.
does this house smell like cannabis?
Ooh,
No.
they get the munchies.
Wait,
No, but I will
actually
say
fix that?
that there is a slightly metallic scent to the air.
Alex scent.
So blood.
Anyway, we'll roll
Something that-
for the other two. Titan, you break out of this and realize that despite pretty much not being able to eat unless you want to, the fact that it's affecting you as well is not good. You, however, you are fucking starving. You are ready to eat anything you come across.
Check in the cabinets again.
Okay.
Fat man hours, am I right?
You find a brown bag.
Titan, get him out of that room now.
Kick him if I need.
I'm at least grabbing onto the bag before I'm dragged.
Okay. So, are you resisting given this state of mind, or are you like just being dragged out?
I mean, he has the bag. There's probably food in it, so he's like, all right, I'll just eat it and be dragged. If whatever's
Sure,
in there,
you,
he's
you
just gonna
have
open
will
up.
count. Do one last will roll for the other two, just in case. 19 for Titan, but 6 for Kelly, and you kind of like stop near one of the cabinets, and you're like, well, good gracious, more food. Like, if it's hunger, there's probably food. And you stop near one of the cabinets. But you manage to pull Ozzy out, and you step out of the room, only to turn around and realize that Kelly is still in there.
What's in the bag?
And you also find a small brown bag.
I'm opening the bag.
I was gonna say.
As you open the bag, there is a human head inside. Anyway.
Alright.
The question is it still affecting him hungrily after he leaves the room, or is that
you're
gone?
Fine now. The moment you've left the room, you're fine. Also, you feel slightly unwell. There's something not quite sitting right in your stomach. Anyway.
He also threw the bag back into the room.
Yeah.
Okay, here. And I'm just gonna chuck up some candy.
You open the bag. There's slices of meat inside, raw, but they seem to be good cuts. They're marbled nicely. There's a fair few of them.
Give me some.
Okay. Hold on.
He said it helps us give us some.
Yes, okay.
I am going to run
There,
back in.
puke up some candy in your mouth. I mean, your
Get some bag
Sweet.
out of Ellie's hands and try to just lead her a trail of candy.
This entire time, all of you have collectively gotten like one roll that's above a 10 is astonishing. You run back in the room and you stop next to Kelly and you see that she's got a bag full of meat and you've got candy in your hand and, well, you know it's food.
Question. I'm pulling out one of the jars of marmalade. Is it still marmalade?
Oh, it's marmalade, that's for sure.
Alright, cool.
So, I've been trying to keep my mouth shut from making this joke the whole time, but if the urge to eat gets too strong for him, does that mean he's gonna start shoving things in his back?
No, I got an idea here.
Yes, it does.
I'm gonna try to hook this trident onto.
I hate you both.
I'm gonna try to.
The reason
hook
is because we
Reach.
established that he can taste whatever was pushed in there, so...
I'm trying to help here. Stop. Alright, I'm gonna use my trident, reach in and try to hook it onto Titan, and whoo, the claw.
The claw, dexterity.
Only the claw knows.
With a 9, they stood a bit too far into the room. Anyway, you found this bag of meat. What are you doing?
Fuck's sake.
There's like an oven top. There's coconut pipes, chef's items.
This is funny. I'm enjoying
I'm looking for a
myself.
walk.
You find a frying pan, yeah.
Close
All of
enough.
you who are looking in this room, watch as Kelly starts to fry up this meat.
Okay, this seems kind of weird. Look.
I can't reach them,
I'm about-
so we're gonna have to figure out something.
Okay. Okay.
Going in there's bad by
let's
the
see
looks
here.
of it anyway, so.
Yes. And you know what? I don't want to be stuffing any mystery meat down my throat.
Pause for just a second. Titan, you eventually come to, and you realize you brought Kelly, like, spices and stuff you found around the kitchen before you suddenly come to again, while stood in the kitchen. So you're now you're now conscious again, but Kelly is now, like,
Grab
almost
the
done
hook,
cooking
boy.
this, like, slab of meat, and you, like, come to, like, wait, what?
Titan, grab the claw and grab her. Grab the claw and grab her.
I'm just going to, as possible, drop the candy, grab Kelly by any that is closer.
Just
back to
throw her at this point.
Grab the claw.
Going,
Grab the...
I will grab the claw after I just kind of pick up and throw.
Oh shit.
Alright, my instinct is to put the hand over the frying pan to keep the meat.
Instantly burn your hand in the process.
Okay.
How do I rule this? You grab a cloth and put it on the frying pan, and you are sent flying out, smacking directly into you and the wall. Like you catch her with your body as she goes flying out, and Titan, you're pulled out of the room quickly as she's just got this frying pan with this now cooked slab of.
And with the room now empty, I am just immediately closing the door so no one goes back.
How much marmalade did I get? How much marmalade did I get? That's important.
3 jars.
Yeah!
So very quickly, specifically for you two, you feel slightly unwell in your stomach.
Yeah, that's fair.
But you have this cooked bit of meat
pause.
on a frying pan.
Player pause. Hold on, player pause. Let me stand up.
I did eat some of his candy to help me out.
Doesn't matter. You still got a bit of an unfortunate stomach.
Yeah, I was about to say, you still committed cannibalism. You're going to be sick for a while.
You said I feel unwell after looking at this.
Enhanced senses. The smell of the bag that he brought out and the cooked smell of the meat that's currently on that frying pan are the same.
Yeah, I'm just cling, just smack that out of her hand immediately.
Oh, there's a lump of meat on the ground now.
Just grab her and keep her from grabbing it again.
This is why we never open doors, people.
Oh, boo. Ew.
Maybe we should open windows.
Adventure and finding things is important. And if we don't find stuff,
We
you won't have your
never gotten
crystals.
anything good from doors.
Well, you can keep yelling and complaining, or you can just adventure and not be here.
They've been latched for a while.
Yeah, it's simple. She picks up the empty jar that had the jerky in it. Oh. Mm-mm. I hate to tell you this, bud, but you may have just eaten people meat.
That's fine.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust that sauce or wherever the hell it is either, honestly, given what everything else was made of.
I mean, if you want a chick, if it put up for marmalade, here you go.
See if it has the same metallic smell as everything else in there.
Let me do a quick roll.
I just waste good bows,
With a
didn't
19, as much as it is a fruity marmalade smell, there is just this off scent in the background, almost like an aftertaste of the smell. There's something wrong with the marmalade.
Yeah, no, I would not eat that if I were you. I'm pretty sure all of this was made with human ingredients.
Alright, plan B then to use it with other plans.
Kelly's going up.
Oh, that's
good for
sticks to your
distractions and
nostrils.
shit. Anybody got a wet nap?
You're also covered in it. You smell nasty.
Yes, I am disgusted. I am very aware.
You know what? I'm just gonna... Gone.
It's much better
I'll
than
just
taking the
drink and
bath in front of the
vomit
burn.
out later.
You couldn't do that to me 2 minutes ago? God.
I can't take the
You're lucky
inside
you
of
didn't
you.
try
That
to
would be
intake any
invisible.
of that.
If I drink enough, I should vomit at some point.
Yes.
They've been in there for a while, so either vomit it up or shit it out later.
Pulls out a can of lemonade.
That'll be the first time I got tricked by that shit.
I think that's enough adventure for one day.
Absolutely. Angel, right. That should have been the last door done. Angel's right.
Well, I hope you enjoyed your snack.
Do you have any Pepto-Bismol camp?
I don't know if that's anything you've specifically looked out
The-
for before. Maybe.
The hell was that?
I think that's interlope.
Maybe we should check the box of snacks. Maybe they got that.
Hello?
At least that's what they said it was, interloper.
This doesn't look like Interloper.
No.
Who are you?
At least
I'm one of Cheshire. I've
Nice to meet you.
You know, if you're
I'm
on
Stella.
our side, spying on us from a distance is not a good idea.
Do you know how
I
many of our
limit
own people
my
spy on us all the
exposure
time?
to people.
Well, yeah, but they do it effectively without us noticing. They were kind of just peeking around the corner from up close, and the moment I noticed them, they shot off to the side, so I immediately thought they were hostile. Or at least didn't want to be seen.
Titan, come here. I need
Straight
you
up
to do
people again.
something. This is important. Look. Take your ticks.
I could go for a salad right now.
You gotta give me that one.
Been there for nearly half an hour, anyway.
Do we have any celery at camp?
Maybe.
Good few bottles
Yeah,
of
like the
booze.
produce
Wear it
boxes,
off
right?
after a bit.
I don't think I'm gonna have any. I don't think I'm gonna have any be a carnival for a while.
Should probably just make you some tea.
Get an oyster, some
Flowers
eggs.
in
All in it,
flowers
that'll
in
be
the
good for
sanctuary
me.
help with indigestion.
I can hold that.
Oysters, eggs, and some alcohol. That's all I need right now to sit down. Oh, you
Do you
don't
have, do you
like
have anything
eggs?
that's ginger?
We can make you some tea with the flowers in the sanctuary. They help with digestive
Give me
issues.
some of that.
Well, you have fun with this. I've got something to do. Someone just blew up.
Okay.
Alright, take care.
It's always fun.
Thank you for accompanying us.
Bye bye.
Bye. I can go for a tomato right now.
I'm not even gonna go for stuff to try and help your stomach.
Do you have
I
ginger ale?
We'll have to check the snack box. Maybe there's some in.
Brewdor brought a lot of beverage. So, the likelihood is there that there will be some.
Alright, give me a moment. Watch yourself.
Watch.
Huh?
I wonder what he's doing.
What I was doing.
You're getting oysters, eggs, and alcohol. That's gonna help.
I don't think
No.
alcohol would help.
I'm guessing Amelia's
On the
not
ship,
around
that's
today
what you
either.
have most of the time.
No, not that I've seen.
It's fine.
Yeah, ginger.
God.
So, Effie, how was your first time gambling?
Oh, I think we came. Oh, I think we at least broke even. Let's see here. So I managed to get this ring. And apparently, three other people managed to, eat human flesh. It's purgatory, so what do you expect? A few cannibals, bound to happen.
You only opened the 2 doors?
Only 2. Well, okay, 3, including the first one they opened. But it was like a volcano, and I really couldn't, handle that. I think I'm still a bit singed from it.
Well, that's pretty tame.
Yeah, I mean, at least I didn't have my chest ripped open this time.
Yeah, that would not be good.
That never could happen. Well.
Hmm?
Also, we did get, well, something bad did happen afterwards, but we did get some good out of one door. We got some crystals, some weapons and whatnot from some of the boxes.
What
So yeah,
weapons?
some shit happened. You don't remember?
From the warehouse, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
I mean, yes,
only...
bad things had happened, but, you know.
The warehouse is one of the only good places in terms of resources,
And there
but
was
it
that
also
one-
is one of the worst in terms of danger.
Double-edged sword. But there was also that little lake that Bahamut found again, where he caught fish, so there's also that good spot too.
No fish.
Yeah, fish. Very important for us who cannot eat, or who don't need to eat.
Fish can be good. You set up their skills and a few other things, and you can use them for a lot of good stuff.
But usually, eating, we can still eat though. And good food is good for the head.
For your mentality.
I guess, kind of.
Food is good for the soul.
Has it been moved?
It's right over there.
Were there any morning announcements that I missed? I was stuck in the lab.
Let's see your morning announcements.
We got some good news. We got some new areas to explore. Mountainous range and a desert by the sound of it. The fears are still attacking, but due to the creature myself and Sapphire release, it's to the more larger area of fears, going in and just tearing them apart. I think there was a few bad things.
There's always
I'm
bad
trying to
things.
recall what they were. When the beast roars, it disrupts magic. That's one thing.
Oh,
There's a
shit.
few others, but I can't remember them rightly. Nothing too good, but wasn't
Apparently, some of
anything
the other-
too crazy.
Apparently, some of the other camps have been struggling to survive. Even the false army is having issues.
Well, yeah,
Which
that's
would be
because
good
of
for
the
us,
fears.
but...
That's because of the fears. Both of those are because of the fears. Oh, we're more neutral with the forest now, so there's that. So they won't attack us as often unless we do something, of course. So we got that. The winged beast, as long as we don't approach it and attack it, will be fine because territorial stuff. You know how that is, eh?
Mm-hmm. Seems like I'm gonna have a lot of work very soon.
Well, if we find anything in those doors one day, you'll be having a lot more work. Be it crystals or anything. You never know. And since there's not much out there for us to gather for resources, even if we went out there, either way we're risking our lives, doing one or the other. We collect the resources out there, we have the fears, we have the army, we have more, who knows what's out there to just gut us, cut us, or anything else.
The doors are less predictable. By a long shot.
They're less predictable, but at least we're together as a whole. We're not a small group of people. It can be unpredictable. As long as you have people around you with different skills and more, you have a chance. Unpredictability is just another thing to expect. Gotta be ready for everything. You can't just have everything with logical terms of, yes, A and B work A and B. But what if A goes all the way to Z?
It's difficult for many people to interact, meaning the amount of people who can interact with a single door at once is usually equivalent to the amount of people we'd send out on a scavenging mission. Also, on a scavenging mission, we know what resources are expected in the area, as well as what enemies we are expected to encounter, so we can plan around that.
As true as that is. I enjoy that to a point because it's adventurous, mysterious, and keeps the mind sharp.
You would go broke in Vegas.
The fuck's a Vegas?
You know what they say? The house always wins.
The house wins
That's what
until you
Vegas
bring in a
is.
group of people to break their shit in.
So you like basically run
House
out of
cheats.
electricity?
That's why they win.
Most of energy, whatever is accessible, some energies do more better.
Okay. Okay.
He has a Mr. Fusion.
So I could technically power you up.
There's your fingers to your lips. There's a bit of a crackle of energy that comes from the end of your fingers.
Oh.
Alright, you want to go test that out now then?
Test what out?
Test what out?
The ring.
The ring.
What ring?
The one on your finger that just
Yeah, the ring that
crackled.
I found.
Yes, the ring.
That you put on your finger.
I forgot
the
this was
ring
you.
that I threw up.
You threw up a ring?
Why'd you eat a ring? No. You must be confused. You threw up human hands. I threw up a ring. Then.
Oh.
Oh yeah, there was no ring on the finger. That's oh god.
What'd you eat?
Fantastic time.
He didn't know.
Well, do you want to go test it out, Sapphire?
Effigy. Can you consume
Yes.
liquids?
I can certainly try. Not sure how well it would stay inside me though.
I have half a can of lemonade if you wish to try.
You want to see what a ring does?
Okay. He's just gonna drink
Oh,
down the
yeah,
lemonade.
I'm supposed to do something, I guess. I keep...
You good?
Yeah.
Seems to staying in there.
What?
Good to know. But we don't know
Alright, let me grab a few
your
bottles.
inside body.
What's your story?
Out of your insides. Probably best for testing of you, or see if humidity or condensation
I am
affects your
one of
biology.
Things.
Well, I'd be willing to test it.
Oh. Oh.
There are certain things that you do.
I am the instinct of
Take off the
the
ring.
personification of fear,
Why?
or fight or flight reflex.
I want to test something out. Take it off.
I help with giving
I see.
things ability to you. Paranoia and stuff help save them more than hurt them. Try not to hurt them.
I'm
Alright.
gonna use you about.
What was I
10
asking
minutes
you
ago.
earlier about the ring?
You wanted to test it.
Sorry.
just wanted
What?
to check something. I thought
Not your
it was
fault.
like sucking out your memo or something.
I don't know.
You could be handy.
I don't think so.
Maybe. I try not to be around people too long. I cause people to get scared.
Are you good to test out, or do you wanna?
I think so. I
It's
don't
kind
know.
of my job,
Alright,
so.
I'm digging.
Oh.
I don't like wasting booze like
But
this,
I am
but
looking
honestly,
into
just to
how
see if it does any energy
things are
seeking or some
using
shit.
outdoors, then they shouldn't be.
You don't want to waste booze. Don't waste booze. There's no reason for it. Yeah. Phasing through people.
Alright, let's keep a good distance. Right here should be good. Bottle's right there. Point your finger at it and see if something happens.
You point at bottle.
Abracadabra. Nothing.
Isn't that from a book?
Alright, nothing happened to that. Let me go grab the bottle.
I don't know.
Alright, that's what happens when you're holding an object when you have the ring on here. Yeah? Nothing?
I don't think so.
Yeah, alright, let me see it back then.
You all testing it?
Yeah, I think
See.
so.
What else? I'll
The
You're
arms on
going
that
to touch the
jacket
ring
are not
if anything
weighted to the
happens.
arm bones.
Okay, that's nothing.
Just to reiterate, the ring looks like a fletched arrow from a bow, and it appears to be sort of brass in color.
Oh.
I have a dumb idea.
Yeah, no, I think I'm
Is there anyone here
realizing-
that's... Is anyone
Well,
here...
I know what you're gonna go for, but I was gonna go in for to practice the motion first.
Oh.
Alright, Sapphire. Look out this way and copy the motion I'm gonna do. Watch me, alright?
Okay.
Like you're stringing a bow ready to fire it.
I.
And let it loose.
Oh. Nope.
That's not the case. I don't know many of us that have a bow and arrow on them, though. That's the issue.
Yeah, I think you're thinking a little bit too literally. What if it just increases accuracy?
Wait, Sapphire.
Do you have anything you throw, Sapphire?
No, but I can shoot that beam.
I could.
Alright, pulls out bottle. Let me know when you're good.
Hi.
We're aiming up. Alright, aiming up.
Just a little power.
You hit it as per normal, and the slight exhaustion of doing the beam hits in, but you don't feel any different.
Nope.
What about further distance?
I might
If you're up
be able
for it.
to. I might have a better way of finding out what it does. but it would require looking at the ring under a microscope.
I mean, I already tried to look at it, but if you want to look at it at the microscope.
Okay.
You see the comment.
Can I have it? Thank you. My lab is just over in the shantytown.
I looked at it a good bit. We'll see how this works. If that doesn't work, we'll see how you are with throwing things and see if that's anything.
Okay. Yeah?
Going through the motions of figuring out how this works, and we'll see. Go there.
Alrighty. So going inside as you start to investigate this ring, let me do a little roll for you. 14. Okay. So as you're putting it under the microscope,
14 was
with
that?
what you know, as you're watching the strands of it, there's not any elemental thing associated with it. However, something curious does catch your eye, that a few of the strands will occasionally split in two, only for a few moments later to then pull themselves back together again. Not seen anything do this before. Seems to do it at random intervals as well.
That's odd.
What is it?
So, the ring doesn't have any elemental magic to it, but
Alright.
it does have a very odd property that I've never seen before, where a part of it will split into two for a little and then join back together.
What if I see it so far I wanted to... Actually, not a good idea. Put it on. Here, let me get it. There's a notebook, tears out a page. Rip it apart and see what happens.
You rip the paper in two.
That seems to be a common occurrence. Where she just eats things.
Yeah,
Right.
Sapphire is just like that. Sapphire is just like that.
You weren't supposed to eat it and crumble it up. We were going to wait and see if something happened to it.
I don't feel anything happening.
Pulled out another piece of paper. This time we wait and see if something happens. Alright. Don't eat it.
DM note. Nothing happens.
Alright. Nothing's happening, so there goes that. The thought process was it brought it made like a copy of it for a bit and then it brought it back together. That was that idea with what you explained. So it's not that.
Oh, so what? It can duplicate things?
That was the thought.
But it could potentially be a temporary duplication of ammunition. Like if you shoot an arrow, the arrow will split into two in midair.
Maybe. Rock.
I mean, yeah, there's a... We'll test for the rock. Come on, let's go get one. That might be it. That might be it. Good idea, Stella.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, catch. All right.
I have a dumb idea if this doesn't work.
Okay.
I'll throw it out that way, away from people and stuff.
Huck the rock, and you see it sail off and it plops into the water, and you look back into your hand and you're still holding the rock.
Let's go!
Ah!
Oh!
Ah,
Hey.
you got it! You got it!
Okay, so it wasn't particularly that, but it was close. So, if we have something that's range or throwable,
Let's
don't know about
go.
ammunition for a gun or a bow, but well, maybe a bow will work. Gun probably not.
Or maybe
For
throwing
that one,
axes.
as far as. But that also means, if I had it, I could just chuck this thing if I wanted to. But I don't know. It is something though, so that's good to know.
Hmm.
Do you think it would work with
What?
healing potions?
I think it has to be
think,
thrown unless you're
yeah.
throwing the healing potion.
Well, yeah, that's what
you
they
know.
mean.
Yeah.
I mean, would healing potions work if they're thrown at someone?
I mean,
Do we have the resources to
the-
test out one real quick, though? That's
oh
the
yeah,
question.
I have a ton of them.
Okay.
Oh.
As you throw the rock away, it's still in your hand.
Wait, drop the rock. Just put it down. Put it down on the ground. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so you gotta do that.
Okay.
Okay, so we're learning. I'm also gonna open my book and write down this magic item of ours. So that we have a catalog of them, you know.
Who wants me to throw this? Who wants me to throw something at them?
We're gonna have to angle it a bit. We're gonna have to angle
You can throw it at me!
Think you're too scary.
It was a joke.
I mean, we
I was
could be
actually gonna throw
funny
it at
though.
someone.
We could be funny though.
I mean, that would be the use of this, though. It'd be to throw it at someone so it breaks on them and the liquid heals them.
True.
Okay.
Do you want to be funny about it? Okay, you're just gonna hit it and go.
You're hit by a glass bottle and now have glass shards in your skin that slowly peel away and pop out, making you feel the pain twice.
Is the bottle still in her hand?
There is an empty glass bottle in your hand.
Empty.
Alright, the potion goes, but the bottle stays.
At least you get
So
to keep the
no.
bottle.
Yeah, you get to keep the bottle.
Or you can use the bottle to smash on someone's head.
We found out what the ring does. It's a neat little trink.
Oh.
You pick up something and you throw it.
There you go.
Throw it, but you still have the object originally in your hand. We know how it works there for objects you throw. We don't know how it works for an arrow in the sword yet. It might work
Do you have
the
a spear?
same.
Or a
I have a
javelin?
spear. I have a spear in it. Okay, you have yours, and then I have, of course, this, but...
I don't want to throw mine just in case.
Wow, you see how it is?
I don't want to throw yours just in case.
You
Like,
know
do
what,
we have like
fair.
maybe like just normal spear or javelin lying around?
Bahamut may have one in his forge.
Why are we speaking about throwing our weapons?
Well, we found
Middle
out
finger,
that
man.
the ring lets you throw things for a lot. So you pick up a rock, you throw a rock, right? That rock is thrown, but you still have the original rock in your hand.
Well, there's no way to test it until we do it. So come
We
on,
just
guys.
did it!
We just did it!
What do you think I'm telling you?
for a moment longer, it turns back to being shiny again. It's a barely imperceptible shine, but as you're looking at it, you can definitely see when it changes.
What's up?
It keeps going rusty and then back to shiny.
Oh, that's interesting. Do you think it might have something to do with the amount of power that it has? Like you can only use it a certain number of times?
Maybe. Maybe we should stop testing.
That might be a good
Quick
idea.
roll for Stella. With an 18, the first thing that comes to mind after this is that it also seems to be changing at random. The only other thing that you know about random is that the energy was splitting seemingly at random, then kicking back together again.
Oh, or maybe it could be that... You remember how I said small parts of it will split and then recombine?
Uh-huh.
That rust could be the splitting, and then when it recombines it becomes shiny again. Sort of like it's degrading when it splits.
Hmm.
It might also not be a good idea to take something from Bahamut's forge for a test without his permission, even if
Yeah.
the original stays.
Though,
I don't want to hear an earful from an old man that uses weird words to speak.
We might be done with
I'm
testing
an old
for
man
today.
that uses weird words to speak.
No? You don't use a lot of weird words.
Okay, you know what, fair.
You're also not
Everybody
old to a
uses weird
dragon.
words.
I mean, true, but yeah.
Are we gonna test the damn thing or not?
We already
Yeah,
did.
we
We
were.
just yeah, we did. We just tested. We did it.
I'll keep an eye on it. Check how it is tomorrow.
Fair enough. Probably has
Before-
limited amount of energy that recharges too. If we think
That's
about
what
it
we're
as well,
What we
thinking.
thought. Before you came over
yeah.
here, it was rusting by itself before becoming shiny again. That's either due to a limited amount of uses or because of the matter within it splitting apart and then recombining.
But is it taking
We should
anything
make
from
note
the
of that.
person?
As you throw the rock,
Not that
you
it
timed
seems.
just as the ring is rusty, and you actually throw the rock this time. It's not in your hand.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so you threw two things, so that means 2 uses at most.
Nothing else seems to change about the ring. Still going shiny and rusty. Shiny and rusty.
So I think it kind of flickers in and out of its ability.
Oh,
Maybe. I'll write that down.
that could be it. Yeah.
So
I got a
no
lot of-
throwing our actual weapons. Gotcha.
I got a good bit written down here. This will be useful.
What was that?
Alright, so I guess we
Alright,
use
close
it
the
once
book
as
and
a
put that up.
distraction and then again to actually
No.
knock our enemies out.
I just
It
need to
can
get the
be-
timing down.
It's either timing or it's 2 uses. We're not quite sure. We have to
As you're
figure that out
watching,
as we go.
It doesn't seem to be timed by any particular seconds. It stays rusty for a long period, and then shiny for a short period, only to flick between the two in a few seconds. There's seemingly no pattern to it.
Nope, can't get it down. It's a coin flip.
Yeah. It seems completely random.
Oh.
I suggest if we're gonna use it, we put it on our non-dominant hand. Their non-throwing hand.
That's why. Why would you do
So
that?
you don't accidentally throw something when you don't want to, I guess?
I mean, yeah, yes, but even then, if you were planning to use the ring, you're planning to throw something. The less
Right,
dominant, you want to make sure you're throwing it really good, not shittily.
But if it's rusty, you actually throw the item.
We don't know that part.
Yeah, we do. It was
We do?
rusty when I threw a rock. And I threw the
You
rock.
actually threw
There was
in
no
the
rock
rock
in my
and
hand
didn't come back.
afterwards.
We.
I mean, we can keep
Something-
testing. If it breaks, I can repair it immediately.
I mean, yeah, one of us could repair it.
Did you manage
I mean,
to
I
find out
have
what
magic
materials
I
it was
can
made
repair
of?
I just thought of it.
Oh, you have a magic that
We
repairs it.
can't
Okay,
test
fair.
it on a weapon. As long as I don't take the weapon out of its forge.
No, 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 no. Grab. We're not doing that. That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea even then.
But
Still.
like,
No, no.
like when Sal said he would get mad at me if I took a weapon out of his forge, so we threw it in the forge.
Do you want
plus-
a grandpa to get mad at you?
Stella, why
Grandpa
did you say
likes
that in
her.
the...
No.
But
You said
Grandpa
bad
likes her
to me?
more than they like you
Yeah, there
more
are
than
two
anybody else in the group.
That's not
There are
the
two
point
things you
here.
don't mess with a dragon. A dragon's horde or their kobolds. You don't mess with either of them. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience here.
But
All
they
right,
get a
I think
pass.
I think we're gonna have to work on your wording a little bit, Stella, at some point, if that's understandable.
Okay, you guys stay here.
No, you...
I'll go with you.
No idea what you mean.
Okay, I'm morbidly curious. I gotta see what happened.
Look, this is science. I also have a responsibility to heal her if she gets hurt, and I have mentioned
what do you want to use?
I can repair it
Javelin.
if
Okay.
it breaks.
As you
I
look
have
around,
3
there
different
are a
reasons
few
to be
weapons
here.
that appear to have been being worked on. There is a small javelin. There is also a bow and arrow with a few metal arrows.
Oh my god.
I feel we become accomplices if we step into the forge.
Yeah, no, I'm just head out. I'm not staying anywhere near here if people are touching Bahamut stuff.
You know that it's going on and you're not stopping it.
I mean, I tried to stop it, and yet you're still standing here and you're not trying to stop it
Still
either.
left on the bow.
Oh, I have many reasons to be watching this.
You fucking little... I do too as well, because I'm keep...
Become an accomplice. Step into the forge.
I don't care anymore, I've given up.
As you look at the arrow that's embedded in the wall, however, after a few moments, it just kind of fades away.
Question: is there still a mark from the arrow in the wall?
There is, yeah.
So it magically duplicates it for a short period of time.
I guess it depends on how territorial this dragon is. I mean, there's like no kobolds on around, so I think I should be safe.
Wow.
Alright, I got it all written down.
You put it that way. I think
I'm
I'm
gonna try
going
it
to
So
this guy.
No, we're not doing that here!
You actually throw the javelin. Clunk.
Mistimed it.
Either I mistimed it or it doesn't work on larger things.
I'm going to say that it has 2 uses at this point then, because
Let's
it's
try
used...
shooting an arrow one after the other.
Are they not hitting me?
We've used it more than 2 times.
The arrow actually fires.
Oh, let's check the ring.
Okay.
Its ability
Let's
went
watch
off
stream
at
for a
least
while.
4 times at this point.
Again, just changing at random intervals between shiny and rusty.
Yeah, so it is random.
No, it must have a bigger cooldown.
Maybe. Because when it's shiny, it does the thing. When it's rusty, it doesn't do the thing.
I think mechanically
No, we
this
need it
is
when
just a
it's
random
shiny.
chance to conserve
It doesn't
ammunition.
work all the time.
I agree.
That's why. Well, wait. Is that your? Well, that's your. Are you right-handed?
Uh-huh.
Maybe it'd be easier if you're using a bow to put it in your left hand.
Yeah, both
So
are
you can
here.
keep an. No, your ring, so you can keep an eye on it. What? What would be a
How do I
good
do
way to
that?
keep track of it? So you can actually see before you fire. Oh no. What?
I don't know if that would work.
It can flicker back and forth between rusted and shiny multiple times in a second. Or it could be like 10 seconds in between.
Oh, I think we've got enough idea of what this
I
does.
got 3 more arrows. Rack all 3 arrows.
All 3 arrows fire out, and they're still knocked on the bow.
Fire them again.
This time, in the corner of your eye, you see it turns rusty, and the 3 arrows fire out, and they actually fire off the bow.
Alright, test time.
Clean up your mess.
And now just 3 arrows and a javelin in the wall, along with a lot of holes.
I can't fix the stone.
No,
At least clean up what you can.
We know.
I'll get the javelin.
But we know when they do show, when they are there and they disappear, they actually do damage.
You trip slightly, and the javelin falls down the crack and into the lava.
I wasn't here.
What do you mean? What do you
It's
mean?
fine. Well, we'll blame it on the puppet.
Grab.
Oh, one of the puppets.
What the hell, dude?
Oh no! I'm just like, we weren't here, and I'm just like, you're right, we weren't here.
With cattle on us.
Good time. We have good times here.
As long as none of us say anything to him, Wonderland should heal itself.
It duplicates stuff.
And it
It's a
does hit
random
on
chance to
impact.
conserve ammunition.
And got it all written down in me book. I did write down the other stuff because I like it there. Good to have things.
We could have unlimited racks to throw at people.
Maybe if I work with it a bit.
Just
I could
gotta time
probably,
them right.
With enough stuff.
Can't really
probably
time it
split
if
some
it's.
more, so less a chance.
I mean, I could. You try. You look at my hand before I throw it.
Deal in magical crystals, correct?
Yeah.
So,
Question.
Most
do you
of us do.
Or an inventory them?
What was that?
Do you are current inventory of how many you have and of what variety?
Yeah. I do keep track of them.
I see.
All
Do you
of
have
our
any-
crystals, except for one, are one-time use crystals.
Okay, I see.
We do know what a few
Do we have any
crystals are.
lightning-based ones?
You can use a crystal for any type of magic, as long as you know the magic.
We're back to Sanctuary.
What's happening?
Okay, okay.
Oh, heartbeat,
Heartbeat's
heartbeat,
back.
let's go.
Heartbeat's back.
Heartbeat.
Okay. Time to run.
Into your room. Open space is scary. Open space is scary.
Come on.
Heartbeat.
Hurry it up.
Funny, you arrive right when the heartbeat does.
I've been here the whole time.
Scary people, scary
I
stuff,
didn't
everything.
see you.
I'm doing my job.
There's a creaking across the bridge before it stops. Right in front of the Weaver. See two white dots just kind of hovering in the air. Here.
Jingling keys.
I saw that.
Hi there, my old friend. How are you doing today?
Because I can't be asked to constantly do it. There is a constant, quite fast heartbeat going on.
I think we should head further in.
Would be best.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's not antagonize it.
it seems hungry.
Scary.
Come on in.
Eventually it starts to fade.
Too many people.
And with the pun intended heart attack over, that's where we'll call session.
In that session. Sorry for the short session here. Once again, I was having to deal with academic responsibilities. Stogie _era, STOGIE_ERA, has the first half of this session. So if you want to see the first half of the session, go check out Stogie's stream. Next session is going to be a combat session, so I will be NPCing once again. And that will happen, as always, next Monday at 8 p.m. EST. So I will see you all then.